So today we're going to create some perspective art. First, you need to draw your horizon line. The horizon is where the sky meets the land. This should be vertical. Then do your vanishing point in the middle. All vertical lines will lead to this vanishing point. So here you can see we're drawing the road and we're doing the two widest points and they lead to the vanishing point. Next, I'm going to draw in the pavement. So I'm going to make these slightly wider, but they must all still meet the vanishing point. And this is how all things work in perspective. Things are smaller as you move away from them. And then I'm doing my lines down the middle of the road. Next, I'm going to do a guideline to help me with the height of my trees. So the trees are taller than us, so my line will be above the horizon line, but still going to the vanishing point. I then use this to draw my tree. So the top of my tree must hit the top of that line. And I'm using the outline, the line of the pavement for the base of my tree. And I will do this for all trees. So the further down I get, the smaller the tree will get. So again, with my next one, I'm using that line at the top to do the top of the tree, and then it meets the first line of the pavement. And I repeat this, and it gets smaller because the trees are further away. Next, I am going to do the buildings. So this is going to be on the other side. First, I'm going to do the base of the building. So I need to draw that line in where they meet the land. And then I'm going to do the top of the buildings, and they are so much taller than me. So again, they will be above the horizon line, again, coming to the vanishing point. I'm now doing all vertical lines to choose the width of my buildings. I then mark in the top and the bottom using the guidelines. Again, the vertical lines, and then I draw in the tops of the line, top and the bottom, to define that face of the building. So this is the front of the building facing the road. Once I've done that, I'm then drawing in some vertical lines from the vertices, from the corners, and this does the wall that would be facing me if I was standing at this part of the road. I've decided here that this building's too short, so I've decided to make it a bit longer. Again, drawing in that vertical line, then drawing in the horizontal lines to make it look 3D. Now that I've done that, I'm just going to use a pen to define those lines, because in a minute I'll be drawing in the windows and I don't want to get confused between the lines I've already drawn and the ones that I'm going to do for the windows. So you can use any pen for this. I've chosen to use a biro, but it might be nicer for you to use a more pure black pen. So now I'm going to get the pencil to do my guidelines for my windows. Again, I'm doing the top of the first set of windows, and the ruler must line up with the vanishing point. Again, mark it, line it up with the vanishing point, draw the line. Now the top of the next set of windows, line it up with the vanishing point, draw the line. Bottom of the second set, line it up with the vanishing point and draw that line. And then the final set, the top of those, lining it up with the vanishing point. Same with the bottom, line it up with the vanishing point. Now I've got those guidelines. Now doing the vertical parts of the windows to give them what we'd imagine to be square, but actually we're actually drawing trapeziums here. Bit of maths for you. Once that's done, I'm then getting my pen to draw the lines that I want to use to create the windows. So they've been created by vertical lines and lines going to the vanishing point. Again, just to make sure I'm getting the lines right, I'm making sure it's lined up with the vanishing point, just to make sure that I am keeping that perspective accurate. And I will continue to do that. I use the same technique for the doors. And you can also, once you've drawn the other bits in and done roofs, do a background. I then chose to colour in felt tip. You can do in any colour you like, but I suggest with the colouring in you're doing pencil, pen, paper, pen or paint, make sure it's all going in the same direction. It keeps it neat. I also used a scrap piece of paper to stop it smudging as I went. Enjoy doing your perspective.